my mantra is there's never an inopportune time to be yourself.
Hello lovelies, this is another episode of Lifestylin. Okay, what happened was last week, I actually wasn't feeling the best, so I didn't get to do any recording. You wouldn't want to hear me last week anyway. I'd be like, that's not sexy. That's not cool. So, what's been going on with me? Let me tell you about a frustration that I had. So, I got the camera. We talked about that last time, like 2 weeks ago, and I couldn't figure out for the life of me of how to like transition the contents of the camera to the computer. So it would transfer to my phone, but it wouldn't transfer to my computer. So I went through all these YouTube videos, went to the World Wide Web, nothing. So I get frustrated. So I think Sunday night I decided, you know what, I'm going to keep searching until I find it. So eventually I found like an article, like just a random article on how to do it, and I finally got it done. So I'm really excited about that because I was really sad. I'm taking this thing back because I don't have patience. So I was like, I'm just gonna take it back, but it turned out good, as you can see. So my husband sat with me, made me read the manual. I am not about reading manuals. I was just like, oh, okay, yes dear, yes dear, yes dear.
Now you don't need to watch. And you shoot to press fully.
I want this remote to work.
Press the button fully to shoot the picture.
I've been recording this all the time.
So you've been recording movies? Record is displayed on recording.
Yeah, I'm recording right now.
You know how to view?
View what? The movie?
View whatever you did.
I accidentally did it yesterday.
Press the play button at the bottom.
There is no play. Oh, it's right here.
What?
Okay, but I did get it. I just wanted to take pictures and record. I don't want to read the manual. I want to figure it out and don't know what I'm doing. But he's always the responsible one. So yay for responsibility. What has been on my mind? Mindfulness has actually been on my mind. As you know, I'm on Zoom, and Zoom was talking about, being mindful of what you're doing, being intentional. And the funny thing is, I just recorded an interview for my podcast that will publish next Monday about mindfulness and being intentional. And I'm just talking to my guest, and I'm just like, his name is Elliot Vang, and I'm talking to my guest, and I'm just like, man, just being mindful of what you're doing. And he posed the question of how are my actions today going to shape who I am tomorrow? And we all know that I've talked about procrastination and things like that, of how, we think that we could just, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. We set these goals, like I want to lose this by a certain amount of time, and then we go head for, we do the dieting, we do the exercising, and then we just stop. I'm just saying because I'm sure there are some people out here that do the same thing as me, and just being transparent about it, and then it's like the deadline, say for instance I wanted to lose something by March, and March come and I'm still where I'm at. That's because I quit thinking about how what I do today will affect me tomorrow. And he posed a really good point. It was a lot of good points. So of course I'm going to plug it and tell you to listen to the podcast. So it'll be up on January 25th, by the way. But I thought that it was a really good perspective. Like it's not really controlling your future, because the future is something that we can't control. All we can control is what we do right now at this moment. However, is being mindful of, if I make this change today, and this said thing, most likely I won't be in the same position tomorrow. Every little step tomorrow. And I like that perspective, like for real. I really like that perspective. So it kind of have my wheels turning, like for real, like it's legit has my wheels turning. And he also has this like paper called like the Pillars of High Performance. And one of the questions is, what is my mission today? Like, do we wake up and be like, okay, what am I going to get done today? You know, like, I think mostly we wake up like, oh, I gotta go to work. Oh, I gotta do this, gotta do that. But do we purpose our day? Like, put purpose into our day? You know, and I don't know, like, I don't know. It just kind of, I don't know, woke up something in my brain or something like that. And I don't know. I just thought that was a really good point. Like, excuse me, we want to fulfill these purposes, but are we putting ourselves, I don't know, are we placing ourselves to fulfill our purpose, so to speak? Like, we get an epiphany of what we want to do, but are we making the necessary steps to get there? You know, can we say, I'm gonna have different goals a year from now because today I'm doing what I have to do, you know, to move further and things of that sort. So those are the things that are on my mind. Not much beyond that. But it just really, you know, sparked a thought, you know, in my head or whatever. So most thoughts are in your head, aren't they? So yeah. As you can see, I'm really focused on that, so it's kind of hard for me to get through the video. But another thing I did this weekend is I told you that I was going to try to do a craft a week because it's relaxing and it kind of just takes my mind off of like the day-to-day minutiae. So I tried to make cookie spoons. It was not the best experience because it might have been cool the way they turned out, but it wasn't the way I wanted them to turn out. So to me, I did not think they turned out good. So I do have some footage of that now that I can transition things from my camera. So I thought we'd take a journey of my cookie spoon making. Okay, so the last time I used this right here, this mode, looks like this is more for chocolate and not cookie dough. So I'm going to try now using the spoon method to see how they'll turn out. Nobody got time to be making dough. So Pillsbury to the rescue. So what I'm gonna do, because I saw this on YouTube University. Oh, nope. Probably need to wait for my dough to defrost a little bit more. So be back in a while. So to give you a little bit of a background, I used that mode at first, the one that I showed you, to make the cookie dough and to make the cookie spoons, and it was like this small. Like, these cookie spoons were so small, and I'm just like, what? So I wanted like the long cookie spoon. So I was on YouTube University and I did not watch the entire video, once again, instructions, and I saw, I'm like, oh, okay, she put the cookie dough on actual spoons. So I'm like, okay, I think I can do this. So this is where this idea derived from. Okay. So the dough is finally defrosted. And so let me cut the oven on it. I totally forgot about this. By the time I finish this, I have it on 350. Okay. So now that the dough is finally defrosted, I will now do what I saw on. So I'm not sure if I should spray the spoons. So I'm gonna spray 3. I'm gonna spray 2 with the Pam. No, 3 with the Pam and then 2 without. So let me just. Oh, that's too much. All right. And then this thing really sprays, don't it? Okay. So then, I don't know if the dough is gonna stick to the spoon, which is why I'm spraying it. So I'm going to do, I just want to see, I'm experimenting to see if it'll stick, so that's why I'm not spraying the other ones. So we'll see how it turns out. So what I'm doing now, you can see, I'm just putting the dough on the back of the spoon so that we can get the whole cookie shape that we're going for. I have nails, so that's why I'm using a spoon to dip it, because this will get all caught up in my nail and it's not that easy to get out. So I want to make sure that it stays on the back, and then I can get a kind of like flatten it so that it'll actually look like a spoon. So okay. As you can see, it might be easier to just pat it. It's almost like playing with Play-Doh a little bit, except not. So it might be better to do it like that. So as you can see right here, the back of it is filled with dough. If I lift it up, this is how it looks. All right, so I'm just gonna do the other spoons like that. This is just cool. Like, you can put it in a glass of milk. I think it's fun for kids to do. You can do it with the kids. I don't have any children with me right now. Well, I don't have any children, but like, I have a ton of cousins and little nieces. Do I have any nephews? I may. I think I do. Yeah, I do have nephews. So fun for the kids. Why is this not? Okay. So I'll flatten it out. Okay. I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't go to the other side of the spoon, because it might look weird. Okay. Yeah, it always seems to seep to the other side, so I'm just making sure it's not over there. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just don't want it over there, because the part that I'm going to try to figure out is how to get it out. Get it off the spoon without it breaking. So we probably would have to let it cool off so it gets to its fullest form. Probably overcook the dough just a little bit so that it's a little hard cookie, not super soft. Let's see. Alright, so as you can see, these are the cookies. They're moving around. These are the cookies that are all, this is the ending. So I'm waiting on my oven to preheat. It's taking longer than I thought it would take. So, just washing my hands here, because my hands are super greasy. So I'm just moving all of the extra cookie dough, where you're gonna have like extra cookies or extra little droplets that you weren't looking for. So after the oven preheats, which you probably should have did that at the beginning, I'll throw this in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes, and then we'll see how they turned out. All right. Okay, so I baked this for 15 minutes to make sure it's harder, because like I said, I overcooked the cookie so it can be a little hard and hold together. So I've let it cool for about 30 minutes. So here is the tester. So getting it out the spoon without breaking it. So let's see. I'm gonna break little parts so I can at least, even though I tried to stop this, I guess it overlapped. Well, I already messed that one up. But let's keep going. So I'm wondering if I should have tried to do this. Oh, crap. That's not working. Oh my God. Maybe I overcooked it too much. Yeah. If I try to... So this is the one with the oil and it's still not coming out. So it looks like pretty much because it's so hard that I can't take it off the spoon. It can be independent of the spoon. But the good thing about this is it's still on the spoon. So you would just have to dip it in the milk and eat it off that way. So did I pass or fail this? I don't know. I'm going to give myself a 50% on this try. Because technically it's still a spoon. It's just not independent. So I'll keep playing around with this to see what else I can do to get this to work. But it did not work for me. But it was always fun trying it. This was my craft of the month. I mean, for the week, sorry. My craft of the week. So, yeah. So it's technically still a spoon. So this is what it looks like in the spoon, and then this is what it looks like in the mold. So it's almost better to just use the mold because at least it's independent versus with the spoon. I think I over baked it. Maybe if I did, but I feel like if it was soft, then I would have broke the structure. So I don't know, but yeah. Well, that concludes this. So overall, I thought that the project was fun. It was. And technically, they were cookie spoons. So, yeah. So, that was my little Saturday adventure. Pretty much wasting a bucket of cookie dough. So, if you've actually were successful of making like the actual cookie spoon, please leave your suggestions in the comments, and I will definitely try that out and see how it works for me. Until next time, don't forget to be your own kind, and I'll talk with you next week. Bye.